That's easy. Dancing. I used to break dance, pop lock. You know, I mean, I've tried all the elements of hip hop, man. But first was dancing, though, waving and doing that. Um, after I was stopped dancing, I tried graffiti, which wasn't for me, definitely. Um, I tried to rap a little bit, but that wasn't for me either. And the last thing I tried was DJing, man, and that blew my mind, man. Like I'm from Cleveland, so we have like local legendary DJs, and they used to do a show on Saturdays where local DJs could go up and just rock for 1 hour. And I used to listen to that religiously, man. And shout out to my man Johnny O and Coach Cheese and these guys I used to listen to. And they introduced me to the Molly Malls and the Red Alerts and all of these guys, man. So that was my first. That was my first initial way of getting into this thing that I love, man, called hip hop. And after that, I saved up my money and bought two different turntables, a realistic Radio Shack mixer. And I was on my way, man, just practicing and DJing at high school. And, I started a couple of crews. We used to do talent shows around, in the area. And, and after high school, I went to Shaw University, which is in North Carolina. I was a radio communication major. I had a radio show. And one of my good friends, his name was L.A., Derek Jackson. And I used to bring him to the parties with me, and I showed him how to DJ and stuff. So, he was just like, wow. He was open. He was like, man, you know what? When I graduate, I'm going to look out for you, man. I promise. And I'm like, whatever. It's all good. And during that summer, I went back to Cleveland, and he called me. He was like, yo, Jazz. He was like, I'm with my cousin, Molly Mall, at the House of Hits. I was like, what? He was like, yo, when you go back to school, start a group. And I was like, say no more. So when I went back to school, a good friend of mine, my man Dent, hooked me up with Do It All. And went and met Do It All. I liked his flow. So I started taking him to the parties and emceeing while I was DJing. And people were loving it. And like a couple months after that, people were telling me about a young cat named Mr. Funky. And I was like, let me go hear this guy, see what he got. So I went and checked Funky out. As soon as he started 4 bars, I was like, yo, I'm starting this group, da-da-da, you want to be in it? He was like, yeah. So we did like 4 songs. I sent the cassette tape in the mail to Molly. And like a week later, my man called me like, he's like, yo, Molly love that Psycho joint. I was like, what? He's like, he want to meet y'all. So I'm like, damn, all right. So I hit Doing Fun. I'm like, yo, Molly want to meet us. So I drove all the way up to New York from North Carolina, man. And we went and met Molly. And as soon as we got there, like Heavy D was there. We was just like, and we just vibed immediately, man. And went to the studio and we just started vibing, man. And that's how that got together. We had a good team around us, man. I mean, of course, Molly Mall, man, with the sound and engineering. My man K Def, showed me a lot of things. Our managers, man, back in the day. Actually, my best friend in college, who was Molly Mall's cousin, that was our first manager. Also, we had 2 managers, and he was very insightful, man, and just with the business too. I mean, we were all young, but by him working with Molly and knowing the industry, a little bit better than us, he really taught us a lot. Plus, I mean, me and him, we used to, when we first came out with Psycho, like me and him would go all around New York giving the handing the 12 inches out to Funk Master Flex and Red Alert. Like, we used to go to the clubs and give, them the wax so they can play it. Wow, those were the good old days, man. Wow. But we had a manager by the name of Hafiz Fareed, man, a Muslim brother, man, that really installed some values in us, man. And, he taught us, I mean, I don't know if you ever noticed, but Laws of the Underground, we've never, degraded women or even cursed a lot in our music, man. It was just about, preserving the culture and, enlightening people and the generation, and just letting the kids know that there's an alternative to just, back then of gangster rap. So I mean that was our whole thing, man, just having fun and doing whatever came out of here. I was just telling my daughter that like when we first did Here Come the Lords, we did that album for us. We were 19, 20, 21. And when we did like every song we did, we was like, yeah, like we loved it. We didn't know what the world was gonna think, but we loved it. And that's important because I think for me, it's hard for me to listen to the music nowadays. I'm not hating or anything like that, but for me, like musically, I don't understand how these MCs can go to the studio and say, yo, I gotta get on that. And it's like, it sounds like some pots and pans but okay. But when they do that, it's like a lot of the rappers, they make these beats, It's up to the MC to make the beat, because me personally, when I listen to music, I listen to the beat first. If the beat doesn't grab me, then I might not listen all the way. But if that beat grabs me, I'm all, I'm all ears. Yeah, we just did everything from here, man, and whatever happened after that happened, and we were, man, the reaction for Here Come the Lord was so crazy, man. And when we went to Europe, I think we went to UK first and then Paris, and people still to this day talk about that show in '96 in Paris, France, like still. And that was amazing, man. That was amazing. Paris, man, when I first went to Paris, and me and my lady friend was watching we was just watching TV, and a commercial came on, and the lady just had her breast out, and I was like, what is this? And she was like, what? That's normal. That's just the body. And then she hit me with this, and I'll never forgot it. She was like, what would you rather see on TV? Natural breast or somebody getting killed? I was like, huh. It hit me because like out there, like the body is just something normal, natural, and they don't grow up, covering their bodies and skin. Like it's just a natural beauty, man. And that's something, that I had to get used to. Growing up in America is not like that. You know how it is. So that was kind of crazy for me, but it was cool.